Hello, everybody. I'm Maria, and I'm currently in the Philippines right now, but I will be joined by a very special guest today. So, my co host, very special guest, and a co host as well. She's a good friend of mine, and she's faculty at one of the schools. Let me introduce you here in Germany. Let me introduce you, Miss Jessica Gross from Munzenberg, Germany. Hi, Jessie. How are you? Can you hear me? Wait. You're on mute.
Wait. My phone.
Hi.
Okay. Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Jessie.
good
How are
afternoon.
you?
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, good evening, Philippines, ha?
Yes.
Good afternoon,
Yes.
Germany. Kasi you're
How are
way
you?
my way yeah, I'm ahead of you for 6 hours,
Yes,
diba?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was telling you earlier how well the country is still the same, Jessie. It's really hot here. But I'm having fun because I've been to different beaches already. I'm enjoying myself
Uh-huh. You also cut your
immensely.
hair, no?
Yeah, immensely. Talagang dark ko na. I went to
Yes.
Boracay. I went to
Yeah.
a lot of beaches here, including the beaches in Panay, Western Visayas.
Yeah,
I
I'm really
enjoyed it so
jealous.
much.
It's really
Yeah,
too hot.
and
Is
I
it hot?
know that in Germany right now, everybody is wearing sweaters.
You see, I'm
Winter.
wearing my sweater right now. I think it's 14 degrees. 14 or 13 degrees.
Oh my
But every
God.
morning, sometimes it is 4 degrees. That's really cold for us.
I'm teasing Mike ngayon. Sabi ko, see you next year. You know, who wants that weather? Oh my God. Anyway, I
Yes.
hope our listeners and viewers are having a wonderful weekend. Of course, as I've mentioned, I'm spending my weekend on the beach like every day. And
But
there's a
you're
hint
coming
of
home.
fun. So, yeah. Are you super
You're going
jealous?
back.
Are you super jealous, Jess?
Yes, I'm really
Yeah,
jealous, but you really deserve that break. Yeah, the much needed break. You
of
deserve that.
course, of
But
course,
you're
of course.
coming over. But we're coming back. You're coming back.
Yes, I'm coming. Yes, I will be home as soon. Ang dami ko talagang I need to do so many things before I start working. So, ang dami
Yeah.
kong responsibility. Don't worry, Mike. I'll be there soon. And of course, enough with the weather. Jessica, ano ba?
Yes.
Who is supporting the show?
Yeah, of course. Enough of it. Enough of the weather, Maria. This episode is supported by amazing pure organic barley. Provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. That's also
Yes.
for you, Maria. Long hour of work and play. Yeah. Yeah, for inquiries, please contact Miss Jess Esquilio. You may also email her at jess@esquilio.de for more information. So it's amazing
I
pure.
am Maritoni Fernandez, and we are in the middle of a barley field here in Swan Hill, Australia.
Well, we think we have the best barley in the world because of our clean irrigation water. Water comes from the Murray River, which is a freshwater river. All our drinking water comes from the Murray River too. So it's full of nutrients, and also the climate is perfect for growing winter cereals. Clean, green, certified organic.
Yeah, we're certified with NASA, which is one of the Australian certifications for organic. IAM Worldwide gets its barley grass powders from Herbal, which sources them from us at Nutrigreen, so you're guaranteed the best barley grass powders in the world.
I am truly proud to say that we are now the sole distributor in the Philippines for Nutrigreen barley.
It's really amazing pure organic barley. It provides you with stamina and vigor to survive long hours of work and play. So for inquiries, please contact Miss Jess Esquilio. You may also email her at jess@esquilio.te for more information. So Maria,
Yes,
we
Jess.
had And we had a guest.
Before
We
we had guests,
yeah,
we had Ryan Boris from the
yes.
United Kingdom who published his book entitled "I Want to Learn the Guitar." Promo na to, Jess. I would like to
Okay, it's okay. It's
I'd like
okay.
to promote them, of course. So he's based in United Kingdom, and of course, there's another one. Who was it?
We had we have right now. Do you are you talking about
Beautiful
our professor?
soprano.
Um,
Yeah,
our professor.
the beautiful soprano and book author. You know her.
Ah, yes, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. And of course, who can forget that beautiful soprano and the
Book
book
author.
author,
Yes.
Miss Chavez Bernstein, who published
Yeah.
her first nonfiction book entitled "In the Typhoon's Eye."
Yes.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
books,
Have you got the book cover for that?
yes, I do have the, no, it's okay. I do have those books and I've met Bless and she's really wonderful. And the books of book authors Vincent Ryan Boris and Bless Travis Bernstein Stein are both available on Amazon. So please do
Yes.
grab your copies now. We also had fun speaking with Professor Joanna Cruz. Her book Stingle and Abi Nako, it's here and also dedicated to me. Among others are also available in various book outlets. Personally, I'm reading and enjoying her book. Right now, I'm reading this here in the Philippines. So it's really wonderful. And thank you, Joanna, for sending me the other book as well, Tingle. And of course, I have books of a
So
friend of mine also, Professor Early Solgadong. Her books, Ilongga Bicycle Diaries, is also out. And her
that's
children
nice. That's
a
really nice.
children's book called Paborito nga Duwag ni Denden. I have utang with our current guest because I haven't had the opportunity to purchase his books, but I will definitely find a way. And later I will, of course, I will get the information how because I'm so busy here in the Philippines. Anyway, Jess, please. How about who's the last
We
author that we
also
have?
Yeah, we also had Sharon Brock. Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, who
we did.
published a children's book entitled "Exciting Colorful Journey." Exciting. Yeah,
And of
it's really
course,
nice. The title is really nice. And of course, your BFF, yeah, Jubail Andong. That's really a promo. Okay, we recently had a successful book launching in Iloilo.
Iloilo.
Congratulations.
Yes, of course. And we want to, and Sharon Brack is based in Germany as well. And
Yeah,
while Jubil is based here in Western Visayas, we would like to thank all the people who supported us here in Iloilo and other parts of the country who purchased her book as well. And especially, most especially to the mayor of Iloilo, Mayor Treñas, who also extended his support for the books. Para naman, we want to always support the local writers, artists of our country. So talagang super promote kami dito sa TalkAlley. Lahat yan, whether it's film, literature, visual art, and music, we really support all our the Filipinos who are trying to, express themselves to the world.
yes.
So,
That's it. Tangkilikin ang sariling atin. Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
this,
Yep.
please.
Thank you for
Our
thank you for
word.
joining us here today. No? But I'm not saying goodbye. Okay, I'm not saying goodbye. Thank you for joining us here in Talk Alley now, Maria. Um, I would like to tell you something about our guest. Yeah, our guest was born in Maybato Norte, San Jose de Buenavista, Antique in the Philippines. That's not so far from Iloilo. Yeah. He is a Filipino writer, a creative writing and literature teacher, literary critic, translator, and cultural scholar. He is also considered to be a leading pioneer in Philippine gay literature and the most published author in Kinaray. Kinaraya.
Kinaraya.
Kinaraya. Can you tell me what's the meaning of kinaraya?
It's a different.
You know the meaning of that? Huh?
It's a different language here in the Philippines. I'm not
Okay.
sure if it's dialect or language. We'll ask Professor later.
Yeah, I will later.
Go on.
Among his first distinctions were the literature grant of the Cultural Center of the Philippines in Gawat Kaamado in 1993 for his early attempts in Filipino poetry. His first full-length play in Filipino, Unang Ulan ng Mayo, The First Rain of May, won second place at the 1997 Don Carlos Palanca Memorial Awards for Literature. That is also my dream. He later worked as a journalist for Bandillo de Palawan, Edición Filipino in Puerto Princesa City, a publication devoted to environmental issues in the province of Palawan. In 2019, he won the Southeast Asia or Sea Right Award from the Kingdom of Thailand. So, in German, meine Damen und Herren, ladies and gentlemen, and Binibini, Professor John Remil Teodoro, welcome to TalkAlley. Mr. Professor, hello po. He's still muted. Nakamute po kayo.
So,
Yes.
Good evening, Maria and Jessica, and to
Hi,
all
good
the
evening
viewers.
po.
Thank you for inviting me to your show. Yeah.
Of course, it's an honor to have you in our show today.
Yes, of course.
Thank
Yeah.
you for taking the time. It's last episode kasi dapat Jess, he was supposed to be our guest. Kaso due to bad weather, there was a typhoon in the Philippines last week. And unfortunately, some of our kababayans were greatly affected by the typhoon. So parts of Luzon, where Professor John Eremil Tidoro was, it was affected also by heavy rains.
We were under signal number 4.
Exactly. And alam mo naman dito sa atin, strong wind and rain affects the internet connection. So medyo, and electricity also, may mga natutumba-tumbang mga poste, medyo nagsusway-sway ng mga electrical cable. So medyo hirap kami last time with the connection. So we canceled the show and we are here now. So that's
Yeah. It's also nice to be here and to see you, Mr. Professor John Teodoro. Yeah. Nice
and
name.
guys, of course, guys, in the comment section, share with us your questions for Professor John. And of course, you can now support TalkAlley Bisanica Stars. Woo! So, Jessica, what's your first question? Go.
Yeah, can I ask now, Mr. Professor?
Yes.
My
You
first
just call me
question.
John. Oh, okay. I'm
Okay.
fine with John.
Okay,
Okay,
John.
John.
Oh no. I think we have to call him Professor John.
Okay, Professor John. Parang hindi namin carry John lang. Professor John talaga. Parang,
Professor John talaga mas maganda, di ba?
Yes.
Okay, Professor John. My first question is, how long did it take you to write your first book?
My first book, actually, my officially the first book that I published is a collection of my Palawan poems. This one. So, I think I forgot the date. I think 1999. Yeah, 1999. So I was a young journalist then in Palawan. So for an NGO called Bandillo ng Palawan, and I was all over Palawan, and Palawan, despite of the poverty and other problems in Palawan, it's a beautiful place that inspired me to write. So parang yun. I don't know how fast. Siguro, I write very fast. So it's not really a problem.
Do you really want to be a writer from the start?
I think I began writing when I was in grade 5 when my father bought me my first typewriter. No? So I started writing immediately stories. Although wala na sila, no? They're lost, which I'm glad they are because that's my juvenilia. No? So I think it's not survived. I think I started writing in elementary. So. But initially, I wanted to become a doctor. I mean, my parents wanted me to become a doctor of medicine. No? So I took up in college BS Biology. No? But while studying biology in the University of San Jose Iloilo, I was already writing. No? So and then after graduating from biology, I decided not to pursue medicine. Instead, I went to LaSalle to take Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. So until today, I'm stuck in LaSalle. No.
So, Professor John, I'm curious, anong typewriter? Anong klaseng typewriter yun? Is it the old school one?
Olympia.
Brother na typewriter. You make punch, diba?
Is it the one with the ribbon?
Yeah, with ribbon pa and all. It's really
what's the brand?
Yeah, my student cannot anymore imagine that kind of typewriter. Brother, the brand is Brother.
I remember my first typewriter was it was Olympia, isn't it? This one with the ribbon.
Expensive brand.
Yeah.
Super vintage pala talaga. So, Professor John, what is your, like, typically when you write your book, what is your work schedule when you're writing? Like, do you plan? You have a plan, like, for example, I will write this book in 3 months, ganon, or a year. Do you have that?
Right now, for the year 2022, I'm writing 1 poem a day in Kinaraya. It's in for those who are interested, it's in my blog, puon.wordpress.com. I'm posting my poem that I write every day since January 1. So later after I talk, I'll write 1 poem before I sleep. And I post that because I'm thinking of writing. I'm testing my stamina for writing, that I'll be able to do that 1 year. So I'm so happy to over 2, and I was able to do it. And then, as I've said, I write very fast. Like for example, in the summer of 2016, I was in Europe. And part of the trip was Germany, so I was able to write 1 book in 1 month. So I think there are 35 poems that I'm writing like crazy wherever I am in Europe. So it became this book, Sommar Blommor. So it's a Swedish word for summer flower.
So it means Kinaraya. Kinaraya is a compilation of poems.
And I write in Kinaraya. When it comes to poetry, I write it in Kinaraya, the first version, and then for the consumption of the readers in the Philippines, I would translate them into Filipino, and then my friend Alice Tuntua would translate them into English. So this book, published by UST Publishing House, is trilingual.
Wow, that's wonderful.
That's great.
I'm really, my eyes talaga is really eager to get a hand of those books that you've been showing us earlier. So, speaking of which, you've been mentioning the Kinaraya. So, what is Kinaraya? Is it a dialect or a language?
That's a question. So, Kinaraya is the original language of Western Visayas, especially of Panay. It's the language that's brought by the Malay, the Malayan, Tatu. So it's the mother language of Hiligaynon. So in fact, Kinaraya is widely spoken in Panay than Hiligaynon, because Hiligaynon is only spoken in the cities like Iloilo, Rojas, and Bacolod. But when you go outside Rojas City, I mean, the majority of copies is actually Kinaraya, as well as Iloilo. So it's the mother language of Hiligaynon.
Okay. So why is it significant for you to write in Kinaraya?
It's because it's my mother tongue. So I was born and grew up in Antique, so it's our language. And my first writing mentor, Leoncio Deriada, encouraged me to write in Kinaraya. So because at first I was writing in Tagalog because of Flor de Luna. I don't know if you know Flor de Luna, no?
Of course.
Oy, nagpapahalata. Oh my God. No,
I
don't know for the
memorized
Luna.
all the songs of Sharon Cuneta, no? And I read
Yeah.
YY. So when I started writing, it was very natural for me to write in Tagalog. The
Tagalog,
language,
yeah.
no?
That's
It
right.
was Dariada who told me, you write in Kinaray. So now I'm writing
Did you
trilingually.
also feel, Professor John, that Kinaraya should be, known also to the younger generation, or it's the language fading? It's
No,
not being
it's being used
used
in
often in schools or such.
Yeah. Well, because of the mother tongue based education, no, I think the Pinaraya speaking areas, no, from grade 1 to grade 3,
Okay.
the mother tongue, no, is the medium of instruction, no. So it's being used, no, and there are many books now in Pinaraya, no. So
Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah, we
That's
just came
great.
from Iloilo, di ba? And I think I saw Noel de Leon here in the audience, no. So
Yeah. Yeah,
As
he
in,
is
books in
watching from
Pinaraya,
Iloilo
so,
City.
so yeah, so the Pinaya will never die as a language. It's a mother language of Panay.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
for me, based on my experience kasi, when I studied in Iloilo City, we didn't have, of course, it was different because I was taking up law and IT. So, medyo hindi talaga. The language we were using in class were all in English. So, hindi ako familiar. Even when I was, in elementary and high school, we didn't have like books in Iligay noon.
Yeah,
So,
during that time. Oo.
Exactly. It's very fascinating to learn now that there are books in Kinaray from regions who are also using this as their local their mother tongue, 'di ba? It should be in books talaga dapat in all territories, like if you're using Chabacano, you should
Yeah.
also have the books for it, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Also not to make sure that the language stays with the youth. Tama ba?
I would always tell my student, no, na my elementary years was very stressful because I have to study two foreign languages at the same time, English and Tagalog, which is called
Yeah.
Filipino. No, so can you imagine? I'm a child. No, my mother tongue is Sinaraya, but when I go to school in the Assumption in San Jose Antique, I'm forced to use two foreign languages, English and Tagalog. No? So that was stressful, no, for a child. No? So that's why I envy the children now because they have the mother tongue based education, diba? At least for the first 3 years, grade 1 to grade 3.
Ikaw ba, Jessica, do you have a mother tongue? Tagalog, right?
Tagalog, Filipino talaga. Yeah.
Tagalog
Yeah.
talaga.
You said a while ago that you also wrote in Liwayway, no?
Yeah.
Or you were reading Liwayway magazine. My first, I remember when I was in high school, my first job was to write short stories in Liwayway and to
Wow.
write some comics in Love Life Comics. Yeah, in high school.
Yeah, I also read comics, in San Jose Antique where I grew up, no, because our house is in the barrio, no, 3 kilometers away from the city proper. So every time I would go with my mother or my tita, no, when they go to the market, they would leave me in, it's called Comican. Para siyang karinderya with comics.
Yes.
And then you sit there, you pay 25 centavos for each comics, but you cannot go anywhere. We will read it there. No? So I grew up reading comics.
Yeah, it was really a big help for us for when I was in high school for my school allowances. Yeah, and we were really a comic fanatics, and UYY magazine fanatics. I don't know, Maria. Did you read UYY magazine before?
We used to we did not buy comics, but it used to be rented out in the province. Kasi I grew up in the province also, so comics is very popular there, and we used to the stores and the sari stores, or
Mhm.
the old woman who was selling banana queue in my hometown used to have comics and have them rented out. So we do that. Nagre-rent lang kami because we're
Yeah,
very
because it's
practical.
expensive. Like one comics, when you buy that 250 pesos, 2 pesos and centavos. So if you rent, just 25 centavos, no, and you'll be
Yeah,
able to
I know. But
from cover to cover.
Five
pero
centavos.
kami, it was
5
like
centavos, people.
Oo. We weren't encouraged kasi din naman to acquire them. So medyo when I'm playing with the other kids then, doon kami nagnanakaw-nakaw kami. We would rent out the comics kasi there are visuals na hindi pwede for kids. But there are stories that we really look forward to every time it's being published. So doon kami tumatambay sa mga stores, we rent them out. Tsaka parang naging cultural na rin sa amin eh. You make tambay in the summer, then rent out the comics, and then you read together with your friends. So it was fun memories sa amin talaga.
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
of
also
course,
a part. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So
a part of
ano
who
pala
we are.
tayo? We're
Yeah.
representing different languages. Like ako, Hiligay nun, Kinaraya, and Tagalog here. So
Tagalog.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're all represented in this show today. So okay. Yun, you use Kinaray, and of course, it's been said in your that in your bio naman that you are the leading pioneer in Philippine gay literature,
Mhm.
and did you also publish this in Kinaray? Your
Yeah,
works for the
in fact,
LGBTQA?
my first the first gay poem that I published for Ladlad 2, edited by Neil Garcia and Danton Remoto. I was a college student then. It's in Kinaraya. It was published in I think I'm the first regional writer writing in the regional language that was published in Ladlad series, the famous Ladlad series of Remoto and Garcia.
Was it difficult to publish such things that
No,
time?
not hindi naman. But well, I submitted it to them. They published it. So
Okay. Uh-huh. So and
Okay.
then how was it? How was the reception of the audience, of the readers?
Una-una, there are very few readers of literature in the Philippines. I mean, the Filipinos doesn't give a damn about literature, no? So if there are readers, like siguro baka 1% of the population, no? And we are 110 million, no? Because like for example, even the major publishing houses would only print at the most 1,000 copies of books, and it will take years before these books will be consumed, no, or be bought from bookstores, no, if at all maubos na, no? So wala talagang so being a creative writer in the Philippines is almost like a thankless job, but it is something that you should do, no, because writers are the cultural bearers, no, and supposed to be honest witness, no, of the times. So we need writers, no, to write about us, but actually writers are not appreciated in the Philippines.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? You're not appreciated in the Philippines?
Come again, Jessica?
For example, I interviewed some artists, theater artists, and then they told me that it's really hard to be a theater artist in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Is it also hard for writers
Yeah. Yeah, so like for example, that's why I teach. I mean, many writers in the Philippines, they teach because you cannot live from your writing, definitely in the Philippines. I mean, you'll die of hunger, if you just write full time. I mean, there are very few people whom I know who write full time. No, yung creative, parang wala nga. You should do racket, translation, and then being ghostwriter. And I think the most dignified job for a writer in the Philippines is to be a teacher of literature, like myself.
Yeah, so that's true, no? Most of the writers that I've interviewed also are 80% teaching, or the others naman, they have regular jobs in order to, keep their passion for writing burning. Talagang meron silang alternative. It's either they're working or their teaching as a professor. Mostly professors talaga. Like si Saul is a professor and Joanna is also a professor. So yeah, most of
Yeah, why then? Why? Because you will also be, for example, you will also live in the Philippines if you are a normal teacher, isn't it? Or not? I'm sorry, I've been here since 1991. So,
At least you have a regular salary. I mean,
yes.
if you teach.
Okay.
That's right.
Well,
Yeah,
of course,
that's
you
right.
will also become rich by being a teacher, no? So definitely in the Philippines, but at least you will have a regular salary in Turkey, no? So you'll get
But
by.
Professor John, recently there was a book fair in Manila, no, and
Yeah,
it
and
was
yeah.
really participated by a lot of publishing companies, authors were there, and so many people attended and bought books talaga. So I think the Filipino people, they love to read, no? They are really
Well,
passionate readers. Don't you
Yeah.
agree? Parang the times are changing. This
I was in my
generation talaga.
IBF.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in my IBF to sign my latest book, no? So, yeah, and indeed there are so many people, no? So, but then that's a small, it's a small place, really. So it's full of people. But if you count, like, siguro at the most 200,000, no? And again, we in Filipinos, we are 110 million, no? So konti lang yan, no? Not enough.
It wasn't well advertised, I think.
No, it
No,
was well advertised. There are
was
many
it?
people
Because
there. Yeah.
ako nga, I did not even, from Europe, we didn't hear anything like sana nagkaroon sila ng mga online events and such. Parang we never, should that event, if supported by the government, much more.
So it was supported by the government. Like I know the National Book Development Board pay for the for the Puesto, no, for the indie publishing. For the indie publishing, but not enough. It's a pittance. No? So,
Yeah.
That's true.
I think you also received, Maria, an email from the Philippine Consulate General in Frankfurt.
Yes, I have.
About this book presentation. Huh?
Yes,
presentation
I
for-
received an invitation as well.
Yeah,
Can you
this one.
tell us
It
about
will
it?
be in
Jess?
November. Yeah.
It's a book reading, right? Or there was
I
an
think
author
so.
being introduced as well. I checked.
Yeah, the book, the authors will be introduced, and of course the book. Yeah, and these I think they are young Filipinas.
yeah, I think they will bring some Filipino writers to the Frankfurt Book Festival. No? Like, for one, my friend Criselda Yabes will go there to promote her book, The Battle of Marawi.
Mm-hmm.
I was there sa last na book fair. That was the first book fair I attended actually since I arrived here. What do you call this? I met them, and there's not a lot of Filipinos also attending this event, but hopefully, kasi it's going to be this month na October. And have you ever seen any invitation or posters with regards to that, Jess? The event,
No.
the book fair event?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't received an invitation yet.
Only-
Normally, I'm receiving it also from the Philippine Consulate, but this time, no.
Oo. Ito yun eh. The Philippine Consulate General in Frankfurt in partnership with Kultura at Wika ng Austria at Pilipinas Sentro was inviting us to common diversities, Junge Filipinas, Deutsch ano ba to? I-enlarge ko kasi naputol. Deutsches Sprachigen Raum to be held on Saturday, November 2022, 3 p.m.
Yes.
at the Philippine Consulate. So, it's a book that was published on January 22nd, 2022 by Centro. It's considered to be the book of its kind written by about the second and the third generation Filipinos in Austria, Germany, and
Yes.
Switzerland. So, I'm looking forward to this, but hopefully naman, like Professor John mentioned, his friend is going to be at the book prepare this October, makakita naman tayo ng, ad
Sarili natin.
about it. To invite our community here in Europe
Yes.
naman to attend. Because
Mhm.
last time, Bless was there and she was also introducing her books. And also nagkaroon ng technical problems with delivering the books here in our ang ganda pa naman ng booth natin, but the books that was supposed to be there parang half lang yung nakita namin kasi nagkaroon ng delay. So hopefully this year medyo okay na siya. I'm really looking forward to this. Are you also joining them, Professor?
No. I
Why
think
naman?
the National Book Developer only selected some writers, no? They're going to Frankfurt. So siguro because for the lack of budget, no? I mean they cannot bring everyone.
That's true. But the founder of Comicat ba yun? Or publisher was there also, Paolo.
And it's very cold in Frankfurt, di ba? Iba in November, October.
Oh, it was very cold. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Right?
When
It's
I come
already
back,
14 degrees now, Professor. In the morning, it's every time 4 degrees or 5 degrees.
Yeah.
So,
I think I'll only go to Germany during summer, no? Like July or June.
Professor, where do you get your information or ideas for your book? What inspires you to write this book?
I write from life, no? So I'm really not the kind of writer, no, who would plan something for a book, although I'm beginning to do that na. But I just write everything, and then if I I have enough works, I can compile it into a book. That's my process.
we've got a question, I think, na? From Miss Aguirre. What is your favorite childhood book, Professor John?
Yeah, I grew up reading, of course, Western class book. No, I grew up reading the Lady Bird series. So stories like Rapunzel is my favorite. No? So, that's why I kind of funny because when we were traveling in the provinces in Germany, and
Yes.
and I noticed something, the towers. Alam mo yung tower ni Rapunzel kinulong? Sabi ko sa kapatid ko, Mimi, bakit parang ang dami ditong tower ni Rapunzel? And
Of
then,
course.
my sister, tumaas yung kilay niya because kuya, Rapunzel is a German story. So,
Yeah.
so
It's a Grimm Brothers, yes.
I'm not really
Yeah.
thinking that's a German story. I just take it for granted because I thought that all these stories are stories
Disney.
of my childhood in Antique. No? Like, for example, at the back of our house, there's a mountain range, and my grandfather used to tell me that during the wedding of Rapunzel, and her prince, she was hired as a cook. Once she went to that mountain, from 7 mountains away from our house, and she cooked pancit. And I believed him. No? In fact, I was telling my playmate, lolo ko cook sa kasal ni Rapunzel. No? So, yun. And it's a kind of shock, although something delightful to realize, oh my God, German story nga pala siya. That's why it's so, sabi ko, it's Germany, it's my first time in Germany. Why is Germany so familiar to me? Kasi, pag tignan mo yung mga bahay ni Hansel and Gretel, parang gano'n.
Yes.
And then tower ni, so ayun. Very Western yung mga readings ko, no? And I think the Filipino children are today, if they are reading, they're a bit lucky because there are many children's books now written by Filipinos, no, and published here in the Philippines. Walang Filipino books, children's books.
May Professor John, I'm really curious. What book changed your life? When you read it, it changed your
Perception.
Parang, no, not change your life. Maybe it gave you a really different passion. Parang nag-burn yung writing passion talaga. Yung parang nagkaroon ng big effect talaga sa life.
Yeah, when I was in college in San Agustin, Iloilo, when I read Without Seeing the Dawn by Esteban Avellana. And I was amazed because for the first time, I've read a book that I've seen the places mentioned. Like Plaza Libertad, no? Like Maasin, also, no? So yun yung ano, no? So yun talaga, no? Parang really I fell in love with Carding, no? The one of the main characters, no, sa novel. I think yan, without seeing the dawn, because parang it made me realize that it's possible for me to write about Antique, about Iloilo, about Panay.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to read something that you can relate to, diba?
Yeah.
Parang ako din, when we were planning to go to Heidelberg, I knew right away that, you know, when Filipinos think of Heidelberg, right away we think of Jose Rizal, diba? Because
Yes.
he lived there, he lived there, then he wrote No Limit ang Hirid there. So I started also, you know, reading materials, you know, his diaries, his notes, the books. So when I went to Heidelberg, you know, doon din ako, parang I was very, parang, you know, yun yung moment na tumaas talaga yung mga balahibo ko because Rizal described exactly the very thing that I was looking at when we visited Heidelberg. Dun sa place where he stayed with the pastor. Was it the family? Talagang he described there how the fog would rise, you know, and cover the trees. When we were passing with the car, exactly that happened and I was reading. I'm like, oh my God. Tapos dati wala pang concrete roads, no? He was
So diba it was in Wilhelmsfeld, which I think 40 kilometers away from the center of Heidelberg. I was thinking, it's a beautiful place, diba, paakyat doon, no? And then I was thinking, paano kaya umakyat si Jose Rizal 100 years ago? And then I read in his diary, my God, he just walked to Wilhelmsfeld, no, from Heidelberg to Wilhelmsfeld and then back, no? He just walked. Ano?
Parang tinapos kasi you read the same material than siguro I was reading.
Yeah, so when I came back, I looked for his diary in Germany, in Heidelberg, because I want to know paano kaya siya umakyat doon sa Wilhelmsfeld 100 years ago, no? And yeah, nilakad talaga niya, no?
Amazing, right? I was already imagining, like, parang sabi ko, oh my God, rough road. Parang ako nga, we were walking some parts there. Parang hirap na ako. Tapos imagine him, oh my God, ang layo-layo talaga. We traveled there with the car. Tapos sobrang layo. And we were already having a hard time because of the distance, diba? You're just sitting in the car. Paano pa if you're walking? But anyway, yun, it's very inspiring. So, Professor John naman, what do you do when you're not writing?
Yeah.
Read. I read. Like I read, and live my life. You know, I enjoy life. Garden. No? So, whenever I'm in Pasig, no, I would do some gardening.
Oh, gardening. Plantita ka pala.
Yeah.
No, like you, Maria, like you.
Like me, as if naman we have so many things to do there in winter, Jess.
Yeah.
Diba? Hindi naman ako pwedeng rumampa ng kalsada and freeze to death.
Of course, we can do it.
Yeah, parang wala lang.
Yeah, parang ano lang, di ba? At saka, Professor, speaking of family, what does your family think of you being a published writer or about your writing?
Well, at first, so when I did not pursue medicine, my parents were kind of disappointed, no, because they really wanted me to become a doctor of medicine. And now I'm a doctor, but I'm not a doctor, no. So, I think they were quite proud, no, so that I published. But of course, as far as my parents are concerned, writing is not as a career. It's not really a practical, career to pursue. No? But anyway, I pursued I always follow what I want. No? So, no one can dictate me, even my parents. No.
Yes,
Yeah. How many books have you written?
So far, I think 18 single authored.
Wow, 18 books.
And then 10 anthologies edited. So,
Wow, really? That's really
Among the 18, which is your favorite? Yung talagang parang feeling mo doon ka
parang favorite ko sila lahat, no? So parang hindi ko na favorite lahat, but you know, I don't know if other writers are doing this, but I love reading my own books from time to time.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think not favorite. Maybe which book which book talaga you gave so much effort to finish?
Probably even in terms of effort, because I think I don't really kind of lead in writing my points or stories. No, in fact, I find writing essays and short stories relaxing. And then
Mm-hmm.
with poetry, I find it very easy to write poems. I think the most difficult that I've written is my dissertation, which I'm editing now for book to be published into a book. So it's a 1 century of literary history of Hiligaynon writing by women writers. So yun talaga, no, because it involved a high degree of scholarship, no. So doon ako na parang I find it most challenging, no. So I'm revising it now, no, to submit for publication. So siguro
Oh,
yun yung book ko, if ever, na nahirapan akong sulatin, no. Yeah, that I struggled.
yeah. How do you juggle your time? A professor in the La Salle University, and then at the same time, publisher, writer. How do
Well,
you manage your time?
about being in LaSalle. That's wonderful about being in LaSalle, no, being in the most expensive university in the Philippines. So, our full load is 6 units. So we just I 12 units. We just teach 12 hours a week, no, and
Okay.
then we're
Oh, yeah.
expected to publish, no. So and it's very easy to get a writing grant from LaSalle to be deloaded if you want to
Mhm.
write a book, no. So like you just
Oh,
apply. You will say, I want to write a book this year, and they will deload you, 6 units,
mhm.
and will only teach 6 hours a week. Of course, there are other meetings to attend to, but compared to workloads, of other teachers in other universities, we're quite lucky in LaSalle. So LaSalle is very generous, with writing
Mhm.
grants, for
I'm
writing.
just Yeah, I'm just curious. It has nothing to do with writing right now. But if you're a professor in the Philippines, in the Philippine university, is it true that they have a camera inside the classroom?
No, I
Really
don't
not.
know. I've heard some schools by nuns, no, but definitely
Mm,
not LaSalle. No, I mean, definitely not LaSalle. No, so we, we
okay,
have we have a faculty union, faculty association, no, and
that's good.
LaSalle will
Yeah.
never do that, or else
Mm-hmm.
there will be mass resignation of professors, no.
Okay,
Yeah, but
that's
I
great.
heard. I think there are
Yeah.
some universities run by nuns, no, na may ganyan. No? So, but that's
Okay.
terrible.
Yeah, it's really terrible. Yeah. When I heard about it, I was really shocked. Yeah.
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 So okay, we will not mention the university anymore. The other university. Okay. Uh,
You mentioned
Professor
that
John.
we mentioned your books were most of your books, like you're the pioneer for the LGBTQA, books, and also Kinaraya. Do you feel that these books can be catered to everyone or
Yeah,
specific?
I always joke. Hindi naman joke. It's a kind of joke, but I'm quite serious to say that Kinaraya is an international language, no? So because
Mhm.
I can use Kinaraya everywhere. And when I was in Europe, it was automatic for me to write in Kinaraya wherever I am. No? So I went to like 5 countries in Europe during that trip. I write in Kinaraya, no, and because there is no such thing as inferior or superior language. No? So Inaraya is a language. It's a language of literature. No? So yun. So wala akong insecurities of being a Kinaraya writer.
That's good.
Yes,
I'm very
of
happy,
course.
that I was given the Southeast Asian Right Award, no, the C Right Award, no, from and because I think the award was given to me for writing in Kinaraya. No? In fact,
Mhm.
I prepared an acceptance speech for the King of Thailand in Kinaraya.
Mhm.
Oh, that's great. That's really
Yeah,
great.
So,
of course, it was translated to Thai, no, to English and Thai.
like the question, Professor of Cheska, any advice for beginner writers? What would you like to give our friends right now who are watching and some of your followers who wants to aspire to become a writer or book author someday? What
First,
advice would
fall
you
in love. Yeah, fall in love with words. No, so fall in love with words. You read. No, so read. That was the advice to us of Yoncho Derriada. No, a very good writer must be a very good reader. That's a quote from Derriada. No? So you read. No, you read, and then you write and write. So read every day, write every day. There's no shortcut. No, so if you want to be a good writer, you should read and write every day. No
Yes,
shortcut.
I agree. I love reading books, of
Yeah.
course. And the most important question: where can we buy your books? Where
Right,
can we
right.
find your books?
I think for UP Press and UST Press, you can buy that from Lazada. Huwag sa other seller. Only in
How about
Lazada.
Amazon?
So in Lazada,
No, I don't think
and
so. No.
I really don't know. So because it's really the publishers who are selling books, diba? So I don't know. So in the Philippines, you can order through Lazada, no? The books, my books that were published by UP Press and UST Publishing House.
I hope they will bring also your
And
books
then I
during
think-
the book
I think,
fair.
someone is selling my books in the US. Parang may ganun eh. So,
Oo.
but I'm not so sure.
Hindi ba nila, I hope they bring your books to the book fair naman so we can,
We
avail
can
of
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe
siguro
buy
naman,
it.
oo,
Yeah.
because UP Press and USC Publishing House is joining the Frankfurt. I'm sure they will bring all their books. So
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so too. I hope I get to have
I'm
one of
surprised
them.
because, like for example, some of my Kinarega books can be found in the City Library of Stockholm. I don't know kung paano nakarating sa kanila. And when I Google my books or my name, some of my books are in the Library of Congress of the US, and in some libraries in Europe like the Stockholm City Library. So hindi ko alam kung paano nila nabili, So
Hopefully magkaroon dito. Kasi baka dun din sa mga consulates, they bring it and
baka
maybe some,
possibly.
yeah, exactly. And maybe,
I really hope so. Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully
yeah.
this October we see your books also.
Yung latest book ko by Pawikan Press, there's an
Yeah,
ebook
Sirena.
version. The ebook version, just visit the website of Pawikan Press, and I think you can buy the ebook version of the book.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll start with that. So before we end our show, we have some fun questions to ask you.
Yes.
It doesn't have to do anything with your writing or your profession. So, are you ready?
Yeah. Are you ready, Professor John? Okay.
First question.
Yeah.
First
that's
question.
this
If
is
you
my
were a
favorite
flavor,
Yeah.
what would you be and why?
I think strawberry because I'm sweet and beautiful, and lost.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Jess,
Um,
what's your second question?
If you have got a superpower, what would it be?
I want to be the Pope.
Oh,
I
why?
want to live in the Vatican, and change all the dogma.
That's good.
Especially the homophobic ones, So
Yeah.
But I think the current Pope is supporting, diba? It's very supportive.
Yeah, naman. Of course, it's
Yeah.
still conservative. And it's serious, when I was young, sometimes I would imagine that I'm the Pope.
But, okay, claim natin. Third question. If you were given a chance to speak to anyone living or dead, who would it be?
Parang, si Jose Rizal, So, yeah. That's why, when my sister asked me kung anong city sa Europa pupuntahan ko, I told him, okay na ako with Heidelberg, because for Jose Rizal.
Okay.
But of course, very far from Sweden, di ba? It took us like 5 days, to reach Heidelberg.
Yeah. That's true. Ako din. Parang I feel
Yeah.
like I want to talk to Rizal too. Ka-birthday kami. Pareho kami ng birthday.
Pero
Yes.
when he was young, gwapo siya talaga.
Pero hindi siya matangkad.
Yun nga.
Ay, matters talaga na joke. Anyway,
Okay,
last
last one.
question.
Last
Jessica.
question. if you were to describe your life in a song right now, Professor John, what song would it be? And please sing it.
You have to sing it.
You have to sing it.
Yun talaga it's quite difficult. Well, well, for my life at the present, I think maging sino ka man. So,
Wow, we want to hear it.
ano nga ang pag-ibig ay sadyang ganyan. Tiwala sa isa't isa'y kailangan. Dati mong pag-ibig, wala akong pakialam. Ano nga sunod?
Mamahalin
ko
maging sino ka man. Yeah,
Yay! I love it! Everyone talaga, all our guests here, no exceptions, talagang pinapasin namin. So, thank you very much, Professor John Irimil Teodoro.
Thank you.
Our multi-awarded, book author na ano talaga, we are very proud of you, of course. You're from Western Visayas, and syempre, you're the brother of my friend Sunshine and Mimi.
Okay.
So, yeah. And thank you so talaga, salamat talaga, Professor John, for being with us today. Such an honor. In fact, message talaga ako ni Piatros, no? na, talaga, parang for the first time, like siya talaga na-impressed na I was able to convince you to guest with us. Grabe si Piatros. Hello, Piet, if you're watching. We miss you.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Professor John. Yeah.
Sige, thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Maria.
Yeah. Thank you
we
po.
will have you again in the future. Sana huwag kang magsawa.
Germany, no? Someday.
Yes.
Yeah, sana po magkita-kita tayong lahat.
Thank you, Professor
Thank you.
John.
Bye-bye.
Thank you po. Bye. So,
So,
Madam.
Jess, oh my God,
Oh.
I'm so honored to, he's a multi-awarded author and his books, 18 books in which I really am talagang gustong-gusto kong basahin everything. And
So bring the books with you.
Yeah, even if I know Hiligay nun, it's hard for me to understand Kinaraya. It's a different language. Parang there are similarities, pero there are words talaga that are different from ours. So medyo, I am curious to find out what those words are and what ang meaning, syempre. I want to understand it more. So
bring the book with you if you come back tomorrow.
Ano ka ba? Most of the things that I'm bringing are books.
18 books.
Talaga na-reveal ko tuloy, malalaman nila na I'm carrying a lot of
Yes, of course.
My house is already full of books.
You showed from the start, no? The other book with the children's book, I think, no? You promoted it from the start.
Paborito nga duwag ni Denden.
What? Duwag ni Denden? What?
Duwag ni Denden. Nga duwag ni... I'm gonna ask the...
Duwag eyes, not brave, isn't it?
But I actually don't understand what it means. I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, Denden is a name.
Yeah. So it's by Early Sol A. Gadong and Gil S. Montinola. Of course, Early Sol is a friend and I'm really proud of myself for having acquired 2 of her books.
I want to read it, okay?
So, ayun, what else is there? I would like to thank all the followers and the viewers all the way from Iceland, Capiz, Davao,
Pasig,
and Iloilo, and other parts of Germany. Pasig, of course. Sunshine was watching earlier. That's Professor John's sister, Noel Galon de Leon, of course, which Professor John specifically mentioned also. A writer of Kinaraya. So, thank you then, of course, above all, my thank yous. Thank you very much, Jessica.
Salamat din. So, hello sa inyong lahat dyan. Hello din sa nanay ko.
Yes, of course.
Out to my fam. Yeah, to my fam. Hello, everyone. To our friends, hello to. And Maria, see you.
See you soon. I'll see you soon, Jessica.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Of course, in behalf of Mike, I'm Maria, and this is Talk Alley. See you all again next week, and keep spreading the love. Bye.